Hello, welcome. This is a Nikken showcase. We're independent consultants, and we're going to be sharing our experiences with Nikken. And I'm going to go through a quick PowerPoint first to make sure I cover the whole picture, because Nikken is an amazing company, amazing business, and because of the products, everything else works. The products are actually absolutely extraordinary. So let me share my screen now. And we believe Nikken's a better way to a life in balance. And from the beginning, over 40 years ago in Japan, Nikken focused on balance. And the Asian philosophy is about balance. Sometimes in the West we get, more is better. Balance is what it's really about. And if you're watching the video, you see there are people, planet, and profit. And that's really our focus. We benefit all of those things. And this isn't a corporate presentation, it's an independent consultant presentation. But we're excited about it, and we want to share it with as many people as we possibly can. And the core of lifestyle and health and everything, happiness, is the compounding effect of our daily choices. Small choices consistently over time make a radical difference. And most of us realize that, but we just tend to gravitate away from those tiny choices every day. We make thousands of choices, and the ones we make about our health and our attitude and our work and our play make all the difference. And so the Nikken choice is about active wellness and collaborative entrepreneurship, developing a full view of life. And Nikken's definition of success is the progressive realization of this kind of balance based on the 5 pillars of health. And the founder adopted this philosophy, and I fell in love with it when I saw Nikken first in 1997. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And my first career was in practicing law with a large Philadelphia firm, and I was headed to make a whole lot of money. But when I saw how the partners were living, they had no time for their family, their health was failing, and I'll have to admit that the legal environment isn't the healthiest mentally either. It's an adversarial environment and very competitive, even inside the law firm. So, and actually corporate law wasn't even helping society that much. So I dropped out of the practice of law and stayed home with my family and had a family counseling practice. But when I saw Nikken as a corporate lawyer, I took a hard look at the company. It is a stellar company, and I'm not a big fan of international corporations, but this one is really different. The integrity is high. It's not all top heavy. It's about service to the community, to the customers, and to us consultants. So it's an amazing philosophy, which I fell in love with, because you can have healthy body, healthy mind, have time with your family, contribute to society by helping others feel better, and make money because we have an awesome compensation plan with Nikken. So what are the big problems that Nikken addresses? Well, modern life creates an amazing amount of chronic stress. Stress is normal, but it's not normal the way we pile it up constantly in our modern daily life. If we're running from a bear or a saber-toothed tiger, we can run up the tree and our adrenaline can calm down. But today we don't have time we can't fight or flee. We're stuck with the chronic stress, and that builds up toxically in the body. So everything Nikken does is about bringing nature back to our bodies so we can handle that stress and minimize its physiological effects. The biggest stress is financial these days, especially since the recession. But when I was doing family counseling, it was quite obvious that that was a major stress. And I was self-employed as a counselor, but I could only charge so much because finances was the limit for people. So there were only 168 hours in the week, and I could only charge so much money for the 35 hours or so that I worked a week. And so employees and self-employed people have no leverage. Time is money. We can only charge what our time is worth. And if you're an employee, you only get paid what the employer thinks you're worth. And if you're looking at this slide, it shows the 4 quadrants developed by Robert Kiyosaki of how we earn our finances. And employees and self-employed are limited by the number of hours in the day. Even as an attorney, if you charge $400 an hour, you're only going to get a certain proportion of that as profit because your overhead is huge. So where you want to get financially free is in the other 2 quadrants, either as a business owner or as an investor. And if you try to buy a franchise, so you own your own business with McDonald's or you know, the chicken places and stuff, it costs $1 million or more to buy a franchise. And even then you're the last one to get paid. So you may need to own 2 or 3 franchises. So the question is there any way to be a business owner for less money? And as an investor, you need to have many million to actually be able to live off your money and put your money to work. To leverage. So what is the answer? Well, people are discovering that the gig economy is somewhat of an answer. That's where independent workers have on-demand availability for temporary assignments. And the millennials are really adopting this plan. And it can be after hours, it can be part-time, and it develop into an independent income. And Uber has shown how people can develop their whole new extra income by putting their car to work and on after hours. And Amazon shows the incredible impact of the internet. And the millennials are adopting this. It's cost efficient, increases their mobility, and allows us to develop work-life balance. So the way we do it in Nikken, it is the ideal gig because it's very low cost of entry, just under $100 to become an associate, and then get your own products so you can tell people how wonderful they are. And it integrates right into your life. In fact, it's part of my life. I'm wearing jewelry, insoles, sitting on a seat, got out of a bed with Nikken products in it, and took my supplements this morning. So it's part of my life, and I can tell others about it. So it's a turnkey entrepreneurial system. We have proven approaches of how to develop your business and an amazing leadership development plan where you have mentors helping you all the time. So what do we do as Nikken entrepreneurs? We leverage the time and efforts of others. Everybody's their own independent business, but we help each other. And it really is the ultimate gig that you can enjoy. And so what do? We join Nikken, we get our products, we share and promote them. We invite people to be customers or partners as consultants. Nikken does all the heavy lifting that corporations do, the research, the development, the inventory, the warehousing, the operations, the accounting, and sending out the checks, the commissions. And there's an amazing number of ways that we earn money in Nikken. The core of it is the cash flow that develops when people realize that the wellness home is the answer for self-care. And that involves getting your products, getting on the consumables for skincare and nutrition, and filter replacements, and then getting a full wellness home where you're sleeping on the pad and you're using the PyMag water system. And then additional users. As soon as you see what this does, you want to make sure your children and grandchildren and nephews and nieces and colleagues and parents are using these products, and then there are new products developed all the time. Nikken just last month came out with a brand new product. It's just being shipped this week, actually, our grounding pad. It's truly amazing. So it's really a purpose-driven model. We're trying to help the world become a healthier place by building wellness homes. And if you're looking at the slide, there's you or me in the center as a consultant with my wellness home, and I have a little plaque outside my door. And then at least 5 people that are building their wellness home. Those are your customers. And then 3 leaders or more. You're looking for people who want to build the business like you are. So that's called our core circle of influence. And so we teach 3 to reach 3. So we help our 3 leaders find their 3 leaders. And we do that through the ABC. The new person is the B. They introduce me, the mentor, to their prospective consultant or customer, the C, and we share. And it's very, very effective. So the support system is phenomenal. Everybody wins in Nikken. In a corporate situation, the top person is nervous about those vice presidents wanting to move up, and the vice presidents are worried about those other people moving up. In Nikken, the way it's built from the bottom up, and the more people under you that are succeeding, the better it is. Nobody will replace you. The more people at the top, the better. And I love this natural picture of the impact you can have. One apple seed can be responsible for millions and millions of apples if it's nurtured, if it's put in the right place and watered properly, and so on. So we have people in Nikken who have literally impacted hundreds of thousands of lives. And this is a fabulous diagram of what happens as your business builds. You're at the top of the cone, and your 3 people get their 3 people, so you have 9 people, and then they're getting their customers, and so they're impacting the planet. They have their 5 customers, so that's 45 customers, and at the top you're making a profit from helping all these people. They're making a profit too as they build their businesses. It's truly extraordinary, and many, many ways you can earn money. So now we're going to talk about the products. And again, it's all about using them every day and supporting yourself with self-care. These are just a scheme of all the different stresses on us. We know sleep's a big problem. We know air and water pollution are a huge problem. And of course, our children suffer the most. This is the 2nd year that they've said that as far as life expectancy, our kids don't have the same life expectancy that we do. So I'm going to leave the slides and get to talk about the products now, and Hattiejane's going to help me with that. I want to introduce Hattiejane Daracourt. You're looking lovely this morning, and
colorful, aren't I?
Yes, yes, yeah. Since last time I saw you, your hair is almost the color of my sweater. It's very cute.
It blends out. It's fun.
So
and that's what it is, fun.
Yeah, you want to tell people?
I love the product line. And you have our packs by any chance?
Yeah, let me share and
because
go to the
that
pack.
way I can address how well they work with our stress and our discomforts, and also let folks know how they can bundle them and save money at the same time.
Let me see. How do I get?
So when you find it, you can pop it up on the screen. And what it is we have 3 major areas of reduction of stress having to do with your deep sleep and your sleep cycle, which is necessary for the body to actually function all the little marvelous ingredients that rebuild and restore. And then we have a pack that is focused on our water system. And we think when we go to places and we talk about water and our drink, taking a drink, and or we pop a cola or we pop a coffee or whatever, that we're giving our body hydration. And in reality, the only real hydration for the body is water. And the body has a certain high percentage of essential needs for water. And without it, an awful lot of things don't work so well. Hi, Kitty. So in our water pack, do we have the packs up?
I'm getting there. Let's see.
Okay, so in the pack you will find our major system, so you can cook from. It's has the adequate source of having enough water to cook from, drink from, consistently, refill quickly because into the reservoir, so that from your tap, so that your water flow is a large amount. We have a marvelous system in which you can take it with you. You can fill up your own bottles, or you can take the one that has the filter in it, which is great because especially if you're doing a traveling, you know how often that you drink one bottle and then you're out. But with our filtered bottle, with our portable bottle, you can then refill it from any source of tap water you have, and then still have the same clear alkylated water that your body really refreshes from. You'll see on screen the larger unit that we have, which is really beautiful. I have a much older unit. I've had it ever since it came out, and it's a more tub format. And all I've done is change the filters and the stones, and it's still working, and it's fantastic. And the new one is even prettier and works nicely and takes up less counter space, so it's great. But the main thing still works, that then I can cook from that. My family, I can feed the glasses, I can feed the bottles if they want to go out the door with. If however they want to take their water, their essential nutrient with them. And I have it at home to consistently use. When I started out, we've come through various generations. At one time, we had one that went under the counter and went into the plumbing line. And we had one that I have still on my counter, and that had 3 filters in it and was so expensive. Oh my goodness. And the filters weren't that cheap either. But it still works. So I have the luxury of having a variety of options with my water source at home. And now with the new water bottle that's come out, I have a better one to take with me. And all of that, and then down in the corner of the picture here, you want to see, there's that little thing that looks like a circle. Well, what that is part of our shower system. And we actually can put into the shower, which we wash with, of course, and our skin during that one, we have the vapor that comes off the nice warm steam, which no longer has chlorine in it, so we're no longer gassing ourselves. And our skin absorbs a great deal of what we wash with as far as water goes, and it's a very clean, clear water. Again, slightly alkalized, not as much as the drinking water, but my pets love it. I just hold the thing under and fill up the canister and then leave it there for them, and they're always sticking their heads in to get the water. And then that's a handheld one that's on the screen at the moment. But we have one that also goes into your shower head that comes off the wall. So you have the option of having either one or the other or both. And with the packs, one or the other comes with a pack. So you have your entire household plus your extra filters you'll need for the next change will be in 3 months or 4 months. Depending. I'm single, I'm in this household, so there's nobody but me here drinking and the cats. So my filters go a little bit longer, but at least suggest you change them every 3 months, which is a good thing to put on auto ship because then you just automatically get them. And it's just so convenient. So with the pack, they send you those first replacements. So on your auto ship, you can put it on 6 months from now, and you're on auto ship. It's cool because when you get into some more nutritionals, it's another territory, which we don't pack up at this time. We just have little goodies here and there for reduced price, is that you get further discounts on those. So it's super. And if you have a customers and they want to buy it as a pack, don't want to do the business, then as a registered customer of yours, they will get 25% off of those auto ship orders that they go if they want some nutritionals on a consistent basis. So with a water pack and the nutritionals of their choices for their health, you have an automatic auto ship order that is good for them and is good for us. Then
Should we talk about the sleep
the next
pack?
sleep pack, please. We have a new generation in sleep pack. Again, we've improved over the years, and our latest is just scrumptious. And in the pack, you get the pillow, the comforter, and the pad. Now, they're coming out with a pad, as you see, that originally in Japan, when we started over 40 some odd years ago, they came out with what we call in the States a futon, and which was a pad, because they roll theirs up and put theirs away for the day. And then they lay them out on the Tasumi mats. So they already had mattress toppers. But now we find so many people have variety of mattresses that this works out so great that we get the mattress topper, which is super thick this time, is super comfortable. And with our new technology, our latest work with magnetics, super effective. And that just lays out, so we have a twin, a queen, and a king, and I think a California king. So therefore, the prices are slightly different in the packs because of the particular mattress that you're covering. But it is still 10% off of all of that for the complete pack. And then your sleep is ready to go. And that's when your body totally just pedals right on down, and all those marvelous enzymes and catalyst stuff that we know they're there, and our nutrition would try to get them, but that's when they work. When our body gets into that cycle of deep, deep sleep, so everything's very calm. Now, it can be only a few minutes to a few seconds or under an hour, but it's essential for the body to repair itself and recover and to stay healthy. And it's something that happens whether we're going to be supported in doing it or not. But when we're supported by the magnetic field of the earth, it is tremendous. We just wake more refreshed, we wake more alert. The aches that we may have laid down with just aren't there anymore. And it's just super duper. So there's another pack. And then the last pack we have is so exciting, particularly for those of us who maybe had some of the others, because we have our brand new ground system, which is a very first system intervention, which brings together a synergy of what we've been doing to even a deeper phrase thing. Well, Derek, don't get too excited. So you get in there, you get things that you can, with the Kinko Therm, which is the bioceramic fiber, which helped me so much with my plantar fasciitis as I worked in 12 hours, 16 hours in the hospital. Background's nursing, sorry. You don't need to have a medical background to use this stuff. You don't need to have it to understand it. Your body tells you what it's feeling. Believe it, it works. And so we have the Kinko Therm, which has a bioceramic, so you can pull that. I pull that on my knee, on my ankle, on my wrist if I need it. And I wear my socks all the time, and I haven't had plantar fasciitis since, and that's been 15 years ago. And the Flex, the seat cushion, the Kinko Touch, which is a marvelous thing in which delivers a
Pulsed magnetic field.
Yes. Oh, Susie, I'll have to call you back. I apologize.
Yeah, the pulsed magnetic field, they're doing a lot of research in the universities about using it as therapy, but Nikken has developed it, so it's not designed for therapy. It's designed for direct support of your body's optimal function. And so it's not overdone. You can't overdo it. It just helps you feel better almost immediately, but over time even more so, because it creates the right environment for your body to heal and take care of itself.
And we have the duct tape in there, which is another intervention that Nikken has added to kinetic taping, which we've used in sports for years, which also came out of Japan. Just a different line, but it's added to that, and it is wonderful. It keeps the comfort in my arthritic knee that I'm avoiding knee surgery fantastically. And then we have the original Nikken Dural with the rotating balls that is in a set in case. We have we have the insoles, which is the original product. We have teeny tiny mags in what looks like a compact, and there's a whole group of them, so you can put them on little tiny areas that for your own personal need you may find, oh, just right there is where I need it, and things just relax and calm down, and things get better.
And I want to mention the Kinko Flex. That's one of our favorite products. I had a serious back injury 30 years ago when a stairway fell on me. And I had residual effects in my hip. And as long as I wear that, even if I'm sitting in the car for 10 hours or I'm out gardening, bending over for a couple of hours, the stress does not build up in that area. So I don't get any residual pain. And I was just recommending that to someone yesterday who has a digestive problem. She was on a cruise and had caught some bug there. And putting that on your tummy, if you're having issues, can really help the body clear itself out and rebalance. It's great for bronchial issues. There we have people who've been able to stop coughing or stop a bad allergy reaction with putting that on the chest. So it's good for anything. It's really designed to be just stuck in your waistband for the lower back, because half of Americans have some kind of back problem from time to time. So just having that in their back makes a huge, huge difference. And it's carrying through that same basic magnetic field from your sleep system and putting it on your back or wherever the stress tends to build up. So this is an amazing place to start your business, is with this pack. And I see one of our guests has a little one. They tend to love that pad, the grounding pad. It's like they're outside sitting under a tree instead of inside surrounded by electric and Wi-Fi energies and that kind of thing. So this is a wonderful pack to start with. So Hattiejane, proceed. I'm sorry, I just took over there.
So, thank you so much, Randy, for letting me introduce the packs this way. Usually we have a little different presentation with the slides, and this allows me to kind of gurgle over all the most wonderful things, because together this is what makes our wellness home. And for the little one, we add the pet pad. You can sleep on that, and if they pee on poop on it, no worry, you just wash the top, and it's got a little plastic coating on it, so they're in this very gentle magnetic field, and right away they're getting the support they need right from an early age. And I love it with some of the stories the families have shared, that they keep a kind of a grouping of the different magnets and sizing and that way in the back, like on a refrigerator. So if the kid has a boo-boo, he comes in, he sticks the magnet on it, and then it comes back, puts it back on the refrigerator, and goes on playing. So
Exactly.
And then the natural things, and also dealing with the problem and at the moment, and learning that our bodies don't have to rely on taking a pill.
Exactly.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
So,
you.
so nice. Um, I see Sandra and Judy and a couple people on the phone. So I think we've basically run out of time. So I'm going to go back to a couple of slides here. That's not it. Here we go. So our choice is to be healthy by choice, not by chance. Statistics aren't good, but each of us can take responsibility for our own active wellness. And again, reminding you that the 5 pillars of health are an amazing approach. And as Hattiejane covered so well with the packs, we've got the energy and skincare, nutrition, and then the environment, and the rest and relaxation is the sleep system and the day products. So let's begin your success story with active wellness and living a life in balance. Become a customer. Everybody needs these products. Everybody can use them, and everybody will notice a difference. You don't know how good you can feel until you are in a wellness home. And you can become a part-time entrepreneur when you start sharing the products, and Nikken sends you some money. That's very cool. And you can become a full-time entrepreneur. So please take a harder look at the Nikken, because it is a better way to a life in balance. And I want to thank you for all joining us. There are calls all week, so get with the person who suggested you get on this program and ask them for that schedule. There's one this evening, and every day there's some wonderful Zoom kind of webinar that you can join. And so please bring your guests to these events, and let me end the recording.